Did you see that we made a list? We made a list on the internet, actually 2 lists, Kirsha. Did you see this?
I did not. Sorry, I was muted so I could type something.
Okay, no worries.
Because my typing's really loud, so.
Well, we made a list. This is from Yorch Torch Games over on X. It says the gaming community is way better thanks to all these legendary fun men and women who stand for fun and beauty over corporate greed and political activism. And you can see it's got me, it's got you, it's got Savvy, Razor, it's got Asmongold, Vera, Flash. It's got Jeremy,
We got a lot
Ryan,
of people.
a lot of folks on there. But naturally, when you create some sort of slideshow like this, and you have people who are like, what are you talking about? So we made the other list here by this dude who says this is a beautiful starter pack of who to mute or block on X if you want to play, if you want to enjoy talking about games you play. It says, so there you go. So yes, we've made the good list, I guess, here, and the bad list here, depending on what side of the internet that you're on. So
what an odd thing to say. It's like, if you enjoy a game, even if other people don't enjoy it, you can still talk positively about it. The only reason you would want to like drown out any kind of criticism about it is because you know there's shit wrong with it, but you agree with the shit that's wrong. Because in this case, the shit that's wrong is all of the identity politics being shoved into it.
The irony of that statement is that, and I don't know who that person is. I don't know, maybe
I've never heard of them
right,
either.
Right, but I looked at their thread on this where I took the screen cap, and the number one response is all those people make everything so political, and I find that extremely ironic, considering that's exactly the opposite of what we're pretty much all we're saying is like, that's political, get it out of video games, right? And then they in turn go, well, that's political. You can't say everything's so political.
Well, it's like they make things political because when they do something, it's not actually political. It's just the correct thing to do. And then you being upset with that is making it political. And they hope to silence people by saying that. Because if you feel bad for making something political, or if they can shame you for like, oh, you're such a hypocrite, you want politics out of video games, but look at this, like they did with like the White House tweeting out Halo memes. It's like the White House can tweet out Halo memes because they're not trying to put weird political shit in the Halo games. Like how is this even equivocal? It's not, but they try to say that it is because hopefully they'll get some dumb rubes that'll be like, oh no, I am being hypocritical. I must let my games be ruined by ideologues.
There's definitely a difference between Halo, the game itself, the franchise itself, putting in, say, BLM skins or LGBTQ skins into their game, which they've done, versus the White House doing a meme about the game. Right. I think there's a drastic difference between the two, because it's not like the White House is making a video game and being like, it's like
there's a drastic difference, but they've been able to browbeat anyone right of center with like, oh, you say you don't want eggs in your pancakes, but what about the waffles? And they use that. They use your principles against you in a way that doesn't even make sense, but nobody wants to get in trouble. So they just end up capitulating. Like I got so angry on my recent stream because it's like it's funny, when like the White House and like other White House people tweet out memes like Stephen Miller being like, oh, I understand where we are. And it's like, that's cool and all, Mr. Miller, but that's stuff that like we can tweet out. You're like actually in a position to fucking do something. Please do something. Like I'm just losing my mind.
Yeah, the idea of like a shit post is one thing, right? Like people did you see why people were upset at me this past week?
I wanted to cover it on the stream and I didn't get a chance to get to it because I had like 7,000 tabs open.
Yeah, it's so silly, but like
it's absolutely silly.
Yeah, and if they actually listened to the message around it, they would understand that I'm upset for the same reason they should be upset, because and I'm referencing this this has like almost 20 million views on it. Fucking A, that's so stupid. It took me 10 minutes to do. But I was, I've talked about this on the show. This takes place in 1880 Chicago. So they were upset that I noticed this. And the reason why the whole idea behind this stupid Twitter thread was to point out that if I'm Asian or black or disabled, I would look at this and be like, why is this is a 3 to 4 second establishing shot, but they put these people in this establishing shot as a way to check boxes. So the rest of the show is pretty accurate. They like a bunch of white guys doing politics, right?
Considering how many times historical revisionism has happened where they replace white people and European people in like white history with other people, I think it's less checking boxes and more part of the overarching subversion of history in general, where if we can't shame you into doing things we want you to do because of historical reasons, we're just going to take over your history and you'll have nothing.
Yeah, and I think that's the big thing is I post these tweets and then I just mute them and then I move on. And I posted that right before I went to sleep. And then I woke up in the morning and I was like, wow, it has 22,000 like
dang,
likes.
That's got some speed to it.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that's pretty fucking impressive. And then I just kind of casually go back to it. I mean, this is by far the biggest tweet I've ever had. And it was probably the most low effort tweet ever, because all I did was say,
those are always the ones that pop off, right?
Right. I put it into ChatGPT and had ChatGPT do literally all the work, and it's all based off of like data, but data is racist now. Math is racist now, and it's funny because we actually I saw this person over here tweeted this out, and this is exactly a great example. This person says, saw minorities in a show and started doing racist math. This has 163,000 likes.
Yeah,
right?
Because again, if you defend the fact that it's not historically accurate in a show that's claiming to be historically accurate, you're racist. Your history is not your history. Your history is there to be used and exploited by other people until it is destroyed and no longer your own.
This has more likes than my original tweet. So I'm guessing I got ratioed, but on what level? I don't know. I mean, ratio versus exposure. But at the same time, what the fuck is racist math? I have no idea what that even means.
You're counting the minorities in the picture, and so you even noticing that they're there is you being racist.
Okay, so like literally the census is racist.
Yes. There was an article I read recently. I can't remember where it was from, and I stopped reading it because it was like 7 trillion pages long. But it was talking about how trying to encourage Americans to have more babies is actually racist and white supremacist, because if you want white babies to exist, you're perpetuating white supremacy. And it's like that's kind of a wild thing to say, first of all, because like not all Americans are white. Second of all, if white people want to have babies, that shouldn't be a problem at all. And it's very telling that there are now articles talking about how it is.
Man, that's crazy. The idea of simply noticing these things, and like once again, I go back to my initial idea of like if I'm black or if I'm Asian, specifically an Asian woman or a disabled person, I look at that and be like, you put me we got represented in this show in a 4-second establishing shot, 3 minutes into the show, and that's it. That's all the representation we get, right? So for me, that is the epitome of checking boxes, which if I'm any of those things, I'm like, I don't want to just be a checkbox. Like, give me something.
Yeah, that would be the normal response to it. But again, like that lady saying it's racist math, most people are going to watch this and it's going to go completely over their heads. This is like what I talked about when it came to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Where everybody was like, it's not woke actually, but they put in all of this stuff that was historically inaccurate after touting both of their games being historically accurate. And it's like, people who are going to play it and are going to consume it and not think critically about it are just going to give their money to this thing, and they're going to slowly push more and more of that in there until historically accurate is whatever they say history was. And it's going to be worse. And this is why I hate fucking communists, man, because all they do is destroy things that already exist and subvert what everybody already knows and makes it impossible to have any kind of conversation, because when you try, you get people saying, oh, well, you're just doing racist math because you noticed something you're not supposed to notice from us trying to change historical fact.
My favorite stat of that whole thing is the idea that there's this well-to-do like Chinese woman in it. Like if you go back and you look at that photo, this lady she is living life over here.
Yeah,
she
looks fancy.
And do you know how many Chinese women were in Chicago at that time, according to the census?
I do not, but I know you put it in one of your tweets.
5. There was 5. And do you know what they all did at that time? They were certainly not socialites. They were not strolling downtown at all.
But Craig, if history was equitable, there would be more Chinese women and they would be upper class. And so we need to depict them that way. Otherwise, you're disadvantaging the current Chinese youth in America.
Mm-hmm. Well, apparently history has disenfranchised everybody. And ultimately, it's posts like that which end up putting us on these horrendous lists over here. These lists of people that are both great and bad. So thank you for the nice words over there. And thank you for letting us know who should not follow us over there. So excellent. It's wonderful. And we appreciate that. We'll get to more communism here in just a second. But first, I want to read a couple of your supers, including executive producer Elsie, who came in with the very specific $10.40 tip. Says, still doing the right thing, making it a proud, respectable job. Thank you very much. Oh, you know what my favorite thing about that thread is? Is people were like, you have way too much time on your hands, or why don't you get a job? And the reality is like, that is my job. My job is to
Your job is to be a racist? Oh my God. How does anyone platform you?
I know, it's unreal. No, my job is to talk about culture and to talk about video games and entertainment and things like that. So literally, I was doing my job.
But it's a job when they do it. But when you do it, you're a grifter who doesn't believe anything you say, but simultaneously is incredibly damaging.
It's spectacular. It's so funny. I also came to the realization that the people who like are most critical of our show have never actually watched our show. Because
I mean, it's the same with me. Like, people just make shit up and then believe it.
Yeah, it's awesome. So, hey, all you who don't watch our show, it's great to see you. And if you like dick jokes, you're probably in the right spot. So, obey your digital overlords. Watch this video right here that YouTube suggested for you.